Hi everybody, Gerone Wright here again, and I have another image up here. I think it's by Wright, Henry, Aldredale, Crux, Ruin. It's a image of Christ hanging from the cross, and this is another Renaissance era painting, okay, of depicting Christ. For those of you that don't know, it's my position and my findings that I have decoded ancient Renaissance art, and the significance of it is actually there. This is a genetic blueprint, and that can be found in these ancient Renaissance artists' artworks that actually references the genetics of mankind, how mankind was created. It even references where apes came from, the whole nine, and a continued process that, in a cult-like ritual way, fashion, that mankind's genetics have been altered from their original state in a bridging over process to where they have what they have become today. And I can reference these genetics from past to present, and I can show you where they came from, where they originated at, and basically what is happening and the true cause for mankind's existence. And we're being lied to, and basically, well, not being, I don't know if we're being lied to, but not being told the truth, or being led to believe. I mean, we're being led to believe something other than the truth about the origins of mankind. If you want to call that a lie, then it's a lie. In these images, you can find, I mean, there's always the presence of the ape, which represents that of the origins of black man, and ape black man, which we all know that all man originated from at this point has been accepted, and it shows you how the other likenesses of mankind actually evolved from those original stages, and it was a process that was actually initiated that actually calls for it all. Okay, and these Renaissance artists knew it. They captured it in their paintings, and the point here is that I'm making is that a lot of these ancient artworks, like these as well too, during the Renaissance era and possibly before, was actually all artwork was overseen by religion, ancient religion. You know what I mean? So therefore, I just wanted to let you know that. I just wanted to verify that. Okay, now here, what is being shown here? You cannot see it in this artwork just looking at it, that there are shadowed images that represents mankind and mankind's creations and creatures that we actually evolved from. Every image of Christ, they actually get more encrypted later on, but the earlier images, these shadowed images, you can actually see that there are creatures in there, and then from the creatures you will see from their bodies morphing the likenesses of mankind. I have shown you in other famous artworks, Christ by Gelder, other images where they became famous because of the alien UFO things, where they're saying that there are alien-like objects in there at the point of where Christ is hanging at the cross and all of that. And I mean, there's some of them they're talking about circular objects like flying saucers and all of that, are circular objects depicting light coming from the Earth's atmosphere onto Christ, and you know what I mean? And I mean, at the birth of Christ, all of this stuff here, people, all of this signifying is that the contributing genetics of creatures of that calls for the genetic bridging of mankind, the creation of mankind, and I mean, if you look at the images, it is all there. Okay, and this is where I am showing you. I know what angels are. I know what aliens are. You know what I mean? I can reference it. I can show you exactly why these creatures evolved into, or how they evolved into the history of our world, and at what point, and why they were using it. And this is an encryption style that actually is something that began at the beginning of time to explain something, to keep the masses of people in the dark about where we came from. There's power in knowing who you are and where you came from. Trust me. All right. For example, there's Christ there hanging at the cross. Okay, the cross, I told you already, means the cross referencing of mankind's genetics. Alright, that's the only signification for the cross. It's the cross referencing of our genetics. Here, look at the cloud matter here. I'm at the nose of a shark. I'm at the teeth of a shark. There's the eyes. Here's the shark's fin. And then there's the likeness of a morphine being, a creature right there, off the shark's fin. And then you have the angel back here. And here, you cannot see it. I'll show it to you at a later date. There is the image of an ape in here. Now, I am up too close with the image to realize the image of the ape, but you can see the colors in there of what the apes would be. I mean, and it's a morphine image. Okay, people, you cannot see the eyes looking at you. Okay, but there's images of an ape in the larger image, and then shows you how mankind morphed from it. You can see faces. I'm going to show you, for instance, emerging out of the darkness shows you how likenesses of black man, or ape and then black man, emerged into likenesses of white man. Like, for instance, I'm going to take you from over here to here. There's an eye right there. There's a cheekbone, and there's a lip, and there's a chin. Now let me show you how it becomes lighter. Look at the eye. I'm inside the black part of the pupil of the eye. Here's the eye socket, people, right there. There's the nose. There's the cheekbone right there, people. I'm coming over the top lip area. There's the mouth line right there, people. And then there's the chin. And I'm going to show you what this looks like. There's a face there. Look, right here. I'm going to circle the whole face right there. And these faces can be seen morphing through their different stages and likenesses from creatures that were genetically bridged to cause for our existence. And it shows you where these genetics actually went in mankind and womankind. Okay, and it's my position as well that Christ was sacrificed his body on the cross referencing of genetics, of an ancient genetics, of a cult-like ritual, that his genetics, he contaminated nations in his time, and his genetics are actually, he's genetically inside of nations. This is pretty much it. And his return is to be returned genetically inside of people, not in the sense of a physical sense. Well, actually it is in a physical sense, but not in the sense of spiritually like we thought, of looking to the sky and coming back. His awakening is going to be within the bodies of the masses, because he genetically contaminated in his visits and his journeys. He genetically contaminated areas, that all the areas that he visited. And that's what the story, his walk, his contribution, his presence, his mentioning of the Bible is. He contaminated, almost like a person, people that had or have AIDS, that went from America, from North America to South America, spreading these genes, then to England, to Spain, to Great Britain, and spreading these genes to Russia, to China. This is what this is all about, people. Genetic bridging and the spreading of a genetic that is created, a cocktail of genetics that is created by mankind, by a handful of mankind that actually know exactly how we were created and our cause for existence. This is what the Mayans was doing. This is what was going on at Angkor Wat, in Cambodia, the Anunnaki. All of these people knew what genetic bridging and manipulation was about. Even our African ancestors. It's referenced, people. It's there. The only reason why it's been overshadowed is because there's been misinterpretations of the glyphs that have been left behind, and of the messages and the texts and the readings that have been left behind. Okay. Here, I'm going to show you what this shark looks like. Here's the name of the image. I'm going to see if I can bring that in some for you here. Let me hold on, people. Let me so you can Google this. The good thing about all of this is that everything that I'm showing you can be Googled. This, you can see it there, Wright, Henry, and then there's the you see right there. I'm upside down here, people. You can pretty much see. Let me see if I can bring that in for you to see larger there. Might have to lower it. Hold on. Hold it. I'm going to bring that in closer so you can just Google this image. There you go there. Okay? You can be able to Google that and actually see what's going on. I'm going to point out some of the highlights here that I have for you. I'm going to make this video short, by the way, too. I'm not going to drag this out. Now, these are the images. I highlighted the images that stand right out there in your face for you. Okay? And then I'm gonna go and show you something else. Remember I told you about the man's eye? Go right there to that eye. You see the whites of the eye, the black pupil, and it's already there. The artist already has it captured there. The cheekbone, the nose, and you will actually see the mouth. I highlighted it so you can see it better. And then there's the chin. And these likenesses morph from that of their original black state. Now, here on the shark, it shows you a mutation on the shark's fin, a reptilian creature right there. Okay, likeness of a being, showing you people the significant value and how these creatures evolved from RCs. Now, I have overwhelming evidence that this had taken place at on location at the Grand Canyon. Okay, I have some wonderful videos on that you actually have to see. I can tie all of this stuff together and show you where the originating places was for mankind, which I'm telling you it happened at Grand Canyon. Okay, and then it circled back around again. I can tell you exactly how I arrived at this and how it came full circle again. Okay. The message is very loud and it's very clear. Now, I know a lot of you can't imagine us evolving from out of the Grand Canyon, that area, because there's no evidence of it and all that, so you think. But people, I'm telling you that there's evidence of this. I found it. It's convincing, it's overwhelming, and it's factual. Alright? So, I'm not a scientist, I'm not an expert, but I can point them in a direction that I can have all of this information verified. So therefore, I would not be saying it if I didn't know. Okay? Through my paranormal experience and encounter, there's all of these pieces of the puzzle, and I have actually put them together, people. So therefore, if I tell you something, then it is factual. I'm not just I'm ranting on here. Okay? Now, a shark, an angel, mutation on the shark's fin right here. Okay, there's a face on there, people. When you Google this image, you'll see it. There's faces there, and then there's faces that are morphing the darkness. And I'm telling you that there is an ape face there. Okay, then the ape face is shown turning from its black state to its white state. Now, this is back in the Renaissance era. This is back in and this, people, I can show you from dating back from the 2nd century, the 3rd century, the 4th century, the 5th century, the 6th century, all of these centuries coming up to present. And what do this thing look like today, people? I'm going to show you what it looks like today on how these artists. Well, hold on. I'm going to show you what this artwork looks like today and what's being said here about this. Here's something. I seen this this Kia commercial. This is going to be I think a Super Bowl advertisement by Kia, a commercial by Kia. Look at this. This is what it looks like today, people. People like Disney, people that have became famous for their higher celestial knowledge and cult-like knowledge of what is going on behind the scenes with mankind and how we were created. Capitalized. This is a Kia commercial. People, what do this have to do with selling cars? Look at this. I want to show you something. Over here, cut off, is a rhino. Okay, I'm going to bring the rhino's face up to you. Hold on, let me bring this back a little. First of all, I'm going to make this small. Alright, there you go. Alright. This is a Kia commercial. The rhino again is cut off. I'm going to bring the rhino head up. And all you have to do is, there you go there. There's the rhino's head. Now, I'm going to show you something about this, because everything that is being said here, first of all, let me tell you that this is no different than what Leonardo da Vinci is saying in his underlining message at the Last Supper. No different. With Christ being in the middle and his disciples off to either side, okay, and then the finger pointing up. This is no difference than, it's the same exact message, and I can show you exactly what is being said, because at the Last Supper, you know through my video that I've actually I put here, is that the cloaks, the skins that the disciples are wearing are that of animals and mammals, from animals from our oceans, and animals from our land, which include dinosaurs, fish, whales, the whole nine. And basically, people, when you look at this image, these creatures are representations of their ancient ancestors. So if you remove their faces and put up here everything ancient that they evolved from, people, you will have the same message that Leonardo da Vinci put into the Last Supper, and it's showing you that those genetics are here in mankind, and it's showing you a new evolutionary presence of genetic manipulation. So again, people, I know that you're probably saying, well, Jerome, I mean, come on now. I mean, this is way out there. Well, people, ask yourself, just use your common sense. What do this, a baby, a bunch of animals, what do this have to do with selling? At one point was our lowest, at the bottom end, vehicle as being commercialized and being sold. People, what do this have to do with selling of a car? There's no image of a car up here. This is on YouTube. Why are all of these animals up here? And I'm making this connection of these creatures to our becoming. Now, this guy here, this panda, how significant he is. Rappers today, specifically Lil Wayne, and there's other rappers that are actually wearing the head, the mask of this creature here in their videos today. And now that I'm pointing this out, you will probably click in your mind of other commercials and other things that you actually see. This guy appears either in a mask over the head, or the creature itself. Okay, look at these commercials for what they are, people. They are geared for a special. There's a hidden message in them. This guy here, this is a hippo. This guy here is an ancient Renaissance art inscriptions. And I mean, when I tell you that this guy, I can show you at what point we were genetically bridged with this, at what genetics were being taken out, and what alterings were being made. There is a lot of reference of this guy here, this hippo, in Renaissance art as a major genetic contributor to the alterings of mankind's genetics through that of ape. People, all I ask is that you just think about this for a minute. And then also, where you see him at, where I have seen him at on TV with famous people, the Queen of England, she appeared about a year or so ago with a rare black rhino in the basement of one of those castles over there. Okay. Newt Gingrich, House Speaker, United States, shown appearing with this guy here. All of these representations with these rare animals, with these rare creatures, look at it for what it is. When this stuff appears on TV, people, look at the message that you'll be like, why in the world is this so weird? You know what this, I'm going to tell you something. Look at this for the weirdness of it is. Just like when you look at these Renaissance artists' artwork or these ancient biblical artworks, and you look at it and say, well, why is that like that? I don't understand that. That doesn't, what was in the artist's mind? People, this is an evolution, a futuristic evolution of everything that we evolved from, and these encryptions are right here. Through this, I can tell you exactly what excuse me, is being said in this message, okay, based on all that it evolved from. Disney is guilty of the same exact thing, okay? Hollywood movies are guilty of the same exact thing. Alright, now I'm going to take you back to the Christ, and I can do a video on this. I'm going to do a video on that later on, and I'm not worrying about Kia and all of them and what they're saying. Excuse me. I can tie this stuff to that. That's the reason why it's up here. I can tell you exactly the underlining message through this, and I can take it backwards, because all of this is a representation of all of this right here. So I can read, just like I'm reading you off this and showing you these faces and all, I can show you how through over a period of time, just like this is back in the 14th century, I can bring you from the 14th century up into this advertisement of the 2014 Kia Sorento. So I'm not worrying about these people. You know what I mean? I'm not worrying about these people here, because this, I can bring you from there to here. Just like they're genetically bridging us through these creatures and the statements that are being made, I can read this art from past, even before this, and even before this. You know what I mean? I'm talking about before this, and then before that time, to this, to what is being current. Okay? Now, you're saying, well, Jerome, here's those famous images that I told you about. Why in the world is Christ with these sharks? You're saying, Jerome, well, I can see the image of a cloud image of a shark, but just like they have you, well, I see a lot of things in the clouds. I see monkeys, and I see bears, and I see rabbits, and all of that in the clouds. But people, the fact of the matter is that every ancient artist, this is Christ by Gelder, has this image. This is the baptism of baby Christ here. And then there's another shark encrypted in the landmass here. Here's this fin coming off right here at this angel that's supposed to be baptizing Christ here, baby Christ. And then there's the image of the shark in the landscape. And not just that, people, the body up here, there's other fishes and all of that other crazy mess up here in the air where this circular mass is, that these creatures are shown being projected down. These genetics, these are all encryptions. And then you see the actual body of this creature laying right here encrypted in the landmass. There's his fin, there's his face, and it shows, the mouth, the whole nine, the gills, all of that stuff is right there. Then we go back. Now this became famous because of Ancient Aliens. I don't know what the hell. I gotta clear my throat. Excuse me. Now, then we have this here. Come on, people. Are we that naive? Now look. Now check this out. Now there's your shark and your fish again. Now check this out. Now, and there's more. Here's the other famous image by Ancient Aliens that became popular, because this is supposed to be a spaceship. But people, I showed you in a video already that this is the nose of another. There's a shark. There's the eye. There's the eye socket. There's the open mouth. There's a lip. There's the teeth. 1, 2, 3. And then look, here's the bottom lip. Look at this. Here's the bottom chin coming around. And then on the back of the shark, there's a mutation. A face. Just like in that of the other. Look at this face. Eye socket, nose, mouth, and chin shown attaching that of the fish. That face is identical to this face hanging off the fin right here of this shark. A whole different artist, a whole different era. The same exact message. These Renaissance artists knew who you were, how you were created, and if you look at this stuff for what it is, then now you understand it. Now, remember when I told you that the cross represents the cross-referencing of mankind's genetics? Now, Christ is supposed to be being sacrificed on the cross. Now, this is before they added the people and all of that, and the soldiers whooping him and all of this stuff. There's Christ there, people. Look at the base of the cross. Look at the shaft of the cross coming down the stem. Ah, look at this. It's piercing. Look, it goes through the body of this whale. Look. It goes through. It's showing you, people, it's telling you that this cross is piercing that like a needle. Mankind's image right there. A reptilian. Let's say reptilian because there's another reptilian face here that I showed you. Look at this, people. Fish. A fish man. There's a reptilian here. And the base of the cross is sticking in these objects, letting you know that there was a genetic bridging that later calls for the likeness of that of mankind, which is represented in that of Christ, whom later sacrificed his body on the cross to further these alterings that were originated from here. Look at this, people. All you have to do is Google these images. Google ancient aliens or anything with flying saucer and Christ. That's it. And go for yourself. Pull it up on your screen and look at the eye of this fish, the nose of this fish, the mouth, open mouth of this fish. They have you looking at this so-called flying saucer here, which I know what this represents. Because you know why? Because I know what all of this represents. I know what the cross means. I know what Jesus hanging on the cross means. I told you, I know what aliens mean. And I can take you through all of these images. People, look, 3 different artists telling us the same thing. There's a fish. Mankind evolved from fish. Here are the mutations. And there's another one in here too, people. There are the mutations, which are subsequently caused, where there was a genetic bridging that, with the cross, meaning cross-referencing, okay? There was a genetic bridging, cross-referencing, that actually caused for the likeness of this guy here. And then his journey speaks upon, through the Bible and other references, of how he went on to genetically contaminate many other places. That's the gist of your Bible. Different artists, people. The same exact thing. Look here in the shadows, this image of the ape. I'm coming over the mouth of the ape, the bridge of the nose of the ape, right here. Coming around the ape's right eye, coming around the ape's head, coming around. Here's the ape's left eye in the shadows looking at you. I'm going in the triangular part of it, coming out. The pupil is there. Look at these. Look at this, people. Ape looking around behind Christ's cross, looking at us. Look at the shadow image of this ape right here. Look, the same exact message which is being said. People, how in the hell did they know? Look, do you know the knowledge and the technology behind this that they had to know this? Science doesn't even know this information today. And here I'm releasing it on YouTube to you. Look. Different artists, but yet they are all saying the same exact thing. The same exact thing. I'm taking this back up again because this is a very famous image of Christ by Gelder. Fish laying right here on the land. Fin out. And I can read the whole entire image, people. Everything. This, and this. Let me draw this fish out just in case y'all pretending like y'all can't see this fish, because there's a lot of people out here in denial. Here, let me take y'all out of denial right quick. Let me draw this fish. Hold on, I can't. Oh, this is going to be crazy. There's the bottom of the chin right there. Coming across. I can't actually. And then, oh gosh, let me see. Where am I at? I can't even do it. I'm upside down. This is going to be. Alright, here at the top of the nose. See that, people? Here's the top of the head of the fish right there. See that? There's the body. This looks like the eye. If I need to correct. Did I hit that eye right? Yeah. Okay. And then there's our mouth with the teeth. Here's the teeth, people. Okay. Here's the top lip. And we're coming around. The bottom lip is here. There's the open mouth. And this is the open mouth of a fish, people. It actually goes longer than that, I would imagine. Like right around in there, I would imagine. Right there. And then look, people, look how the fish becomes alive. Look at this. There's the eye socket. And then there's the teeth. Look at this. There's your fish. And then on the back of it, let me draw this person's face here because, oh, damn it. I want to do it right here on the... Alright, let me see if I can do this like this. I know I'm going to screw this up. I'm coming around the bottom chin. Okay, there's the bottom lip. There. Going into where the mouth line would be. I'm screwing up here now. There's the mouth line up in there. Look at this, people. Going around over top of the nose area. And here's the back of the fish here. Oh, in fact, hold on. Let me go, because you know what? It has gills like up on top of his head there, right there. See that, people? See those gills right there? And then look, then check it out. Coming around the eye. Oh, hold on. Ah, shoot. Coming around over the forehead. And there's the eye. I'm drawing it upside down. Coming around the eye socket right there, people. You see that? And then all of this creates that discombobulated looking like nose. You don't recognize these creatures because you know why? They're not in our evolutionary history. And there it is there. I just drew it a little bit crazy for you. And then right here, the base of Christ's cross is piercing all of that. People, what do this have to do with religion? Absolutely nothing. It has everything to do, though, with what I'm telling you it means. Look at this. Genetic bridging of mankind's genetics. And an ancient secret knowledge that surpasses anything in so much as far as a holy grail, or holy anything. This is holy hell. This is what this is. Look at this. The same thing here. Let me draw this. Let me take that down. Let me see if I can draw this ape upside down for you so you can see the full picture here of what actually what I'm doing. Your aliens, your UFOs, all of this, people, is explanatory. Look how, hold on, I'm going to show you something. Because if I draw the image of the ape, where's the ape's face at? Like if I come around here, but check this out. Look at this, people. If I draw the ape, there's the mouth. Let me see if I can, let me go ahead. Let me see if I can try to draw this without screwing this up. If I draw the ape coming up, go there in the ape's mouth. There's the ape's mouth there. Look. Now I'm coming up over. Now check this out. Because the face of the ape is shared with the likeness of a man. Now look, there's another mouth in here, but I can't draw it. Now because there's the man's nose. There's his eye. But look how it's shown, that image is shown. And I'm going to come up over the ape's mouth. Now check this out. I'm coming up over the bridge of the ape's nose right here. I gotta go slow because I don't want to screw this up. Alright, now I'm coming up. Oh gosh, I don't know what. There's the ape's eye. There's the triangle that creates the ape's eye right there, people. There's the ape's. Drawing this out means a whole lot because drawing it before your face, you actually can see what I see. And people, my multi-dimensional vision is because of that. Now, I just took away from another image by drawing this, and this is why it's so hard for you to see that, because now I can't show you how the likeness of man is shown falling out of that ape's face, and then there's another likeness, you know what I mean? There's an eye, there's a nose, and that mouth is actually tied in with the ape's mouth, and it shows these images morphing outwardly to where we actually have this guy here, and it shows you that the likenesses of how the likenesses eventually changed to become that. Hold on. It shows genetic change, people, on how we evolved from the likenesses of our ancestors, meaning blacks, apes, blacks, Africans, Americans. Now hold on, I just messed that mouth up. You see what I'm saying? It shows you how we changed, how we genetically changed, and such an occurrence on such a mass scale, and such a period of time, a large scale of time, it requires a mass record. And actually, not only just that, now there's the face here, there's the eye, I already showed that to you. Not only that, people, what happens is that this large scale record actually helps those guys, and it actually goes across different continents. A person can look at this. This record lasts forever. That's why these artworks are valued at so high and much of a level, because it shows you it's a record that is for forever. And then by them putting it into gospel, it becomes a gospel record, something that is that's honored in the most highest sense. And this stuff hangs around forever and ever and ever. And it can be read. Just like I'm reading it now. I did not get this knowledge from Da Vinci. I did not get this knowledge from Macy. I did not get this knowledge from Polio Ucello. I did not get this knowledge from Michelangelo. I got this knowledge from my own paranormal experience and encounter. People, listen. People have been dedicated their lives to trying to understand this artwork. In less than 4 years, through my paranormal experience and encounter, I have uncovered the ancient secret behind all of this, and can tell you genetically how you were created, where your genetics came from, and I can tell you, based on everything that has been happening, what you can expect up until I think the next 400, 500, or 600 years in the changes of mankind, based on everything that is being done and the record that is actually there for you to read. The changes that we are going through now. Look at this. What in the hell, people, do Christ doing hanging on the cross have to do with these two people looking in and the angels being there, and then the fish, and then all of this other stuff? People, it's read just like I'm telling you that it's being read. It's showing you how people was genetically altered and sacrificed. These presences that Britain have in Africa, the slave trade, all of this stuff, people, is referencing how mankinds were genetically altered from their original state, from that of ape and from that of blacks, original blacks. And then there's in record people that shows that before all of that, there were other ancestors that you do not even know nothing about. But yet I can show you their faces and show you their evolutionary presence and contributions to how we came into existence. I'm not viral yet, but yet you can Google or go on YouTube and see a young lady sucking on her own bloody tampon and go viral. You know what I mean? There's something wrong in all of this, people. There's something greatly wrong. But I'm telling you that I can connect all of this and this. Okay, that's the same image. And this. To the message that is being translated here by the Kia commercial. And just like with NASA sending down lasering that image of Mona Lisa to the moon, I know what that is all about as well too. You know what I mean? This stuff here, people, and it's getting more and more flagrant in what is being said and the messages that are being said. But the good thing about all of this is that it can all be translated. It can no longer be hidden no more. It can be, this all can be translated and saw and read for what it truly is. Alright, my name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel. I thought that I was going to make this video short, but as always, I go rambling on because this energy that is in me through my paranormal experience and encounter has me going in places in my mind that, that sometimes I just can't stop. But I just want you to know that the truth in who you are is hidden in these Renaissance artist paintworks. And not only on that, the later images after this that actually became encrypted with color codes and all of that, I can show you exactly what it means, because there is a representation of reptilian, the colors are being represented, oceanic life, the colors are being represented, semen are being represented, meaning sperm, blood, all of that stuff, people, are being represented later in the colorful artworks that these artists transitionalized from these type of images to that would later to come after. And just like they genetically bridged us and altered our genes, the paintings were altered as well to actually make a reference in another underlining way. But the good part about it is that all of these images and all of these paintings that came before, you can bridge them over to the next artist's works too, because he actually borrowed from this ancient Renaissance style. And all of this stuff can be read right down to the line to current. And that's how come here in 1213 I can read you this image of this baby with his space uniform on and these other creatures that are around. And this can also be said with everything that is around us, because it's an ancient cult-like ritual that has been passed on from the beginning of time. Thank you, people. My name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel, and I believe I might make another video right after this, because I actually took off for a few days here in making these videos. So you can catch me in my next video. Probably try to put that up tomorrow. I think I might go back at another image of Noah and the deluge. I'll see. But and then take us back out in space. Alright? My name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel. If you want to know what's going on, stay tuned, people, and Google these images to a friend. You know what I mean? Show them what's going on. People, I can't just do this stuff. Without there being some significance or message behind there. People, these images have been trying to be understood for the longest. You have people, in fact, I'm thinking that you have some people that's actually cleverly trying to deceive you and sending you in the wrong direction, taking you away from seeing the truth. Everything that I'm showing you, people, you can Google for yourself. Why would there be a man's face here, people? With lips and all, complete face features. And then, I didn't even tell you that on the back of his face, there's an image of a woman. There's her forehead and his cheekbone. There's her eye there, her right eye. There's her left eye. There's her nose. And there's her mouth. Signifying the likenesses of man and woman. You know what I mean? These evolutionary faces shows us how, these evolutionary genetics and faces show us how this stuff evolved and how it was done. Jesus was hung at the cross, at the cross, not for that of sins, but for that of cross-referencing. That's what the symbolization of the cross means. A sacrifice. He sacrificed his body genetically. Look at this face here, people. Look at the forehead. Look at over the eyes. The eyebrows. Look at this. Eye there, nose. And then the mouth is shadowed off down here. Look at this. A face in a face. A face here, and then there's another one here. Then there's another one here. People, you need to look at this stuff for really what it is. Alright, my name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel. You can catch me on Alien UFOs too, Dreams and Experiences, and the forum title there that I have is I am an alien and so are you, and everything is attaching basically my name. Or you can just Google my name, Gerone Wright, which is GeroneWright. Alright, thank you for watching, and I ask that you please share my video with others.